Hi, welcome back to Burbex, Brin's Urban Exploration. We got two firsts today. The first thing is that we are in glorious Hong Kong. This is the first time that Burbex has been to Hong Kong, and right now you can see that I'm on Dragon's Peak, up in the hills overlooking the Bay of Hong Kong. The second is today we're going to be squatting in the most haunted house in Hong Kong, Dragon's Peak Lodge. A place so infamous that despite its amazing location and amazing view, it's been abandoned for at least 20 years. I'm going to tell you more about the history of that later on. If you're new to my channel, be sure to subscribe to Burbex, Brin's Urban Exploration, for great new urban exploration videos every week. Let's go! As you can see, it's a pretty foggy afternoon here in Hong Kong today, and even though we're coming right up to the peak, which is one of the premier viewing spots for people taking photos and using their drones, it's very foggy. I actually think that this fog is going to kind of add a spooky effect to tonight's video. Not only is it going to be dark, but also foggy and misty. One of the strange things about today's exploration is that it's very close to Victoria Peak viewing point, which is one of the premier tourist attractions in Hong Kong. Even though it's very close to this place, it's kind of amazing that there's an abandoned house near it. As the highest point in Hong Kong, Victoria's Peak actually has the most mist-covered days, which explains why the paths around the mountain are so lush and green. And also there's a lot of strange animals that you're going to see here. there's some kind of poop here. I think it might be porcupine poo. I've seen a couple of porcupines up here in the hills. I've not seen poo like this before. There's lots of it. There's a tumble dryer, another tumble dryer, and a washing machine. Top loader washing machine. Well, this looks a lot like that bathtub in The Shining, the one where the old lady jumps out of the bath and tries to kiss and strangle Jack Nicholson. It looks like there's another room over here which I can't get to. I'm going to have to try and figure out how to get in there. Don't leave me here. Yeah, don't leave me here either. And here it says, I touch myself. I think there's a famous 80s song called that, isn't there? When I first came to this building a few years ago, this room was actually filled with artists' easels. If you want to see more of that, you can actually check it out on my website, which is www.burbex.org, and you can see a link to that in the description below. Let's keep going and see what's downstairs in this lower level of the house. You can see that this balcony here around the back of the house at the very base, this actually backs onto the forest, which spreads up towards the peak. And if you look, you can actually see the peak just in the distance there. Dragon's Peak Lodge was built just before the Second World War, and the first two owners of the place, they both had some bad luck. The first owner, he actually went completely bankrupt and then killed himself. The second owner of their house is supposed to have died somewhere in the house as well, and it's said that both of their ghosts are supposed to haunt the house. The legend of Dragon Peak Lodge was further enhanced after the Japanese occupation of Hong Kong. It was said that some of the Japanese soldiers were holed up in this house and they executed several Catholic nuns in the front area where I'm sitting right now, just in this beautiful garden with... There really is shit out here in the forest. It's really scary here. What was I saying? Several nuns were executed right here in the front garden with this incredible view of the bay, and it's said that they are also supposed to haunt this property. The property is generally avoided by the locals who believe that there is the ghost of a child who cries at night and you can hear her voice. The house has actually lain derelict for decades, and it wasn't until 2004 that somebody actually bought the house for 76 million Hong Kong dollars. What the fuck is that? Huge moth just flew past. All attempts to renovate the house have ended in failure, and that's because the crews that come in here to renovate the house, they are all convinced that the ghost of their little girl crying at night is real, and that they've heard her. I've actually been here a couple of times before in the past and taken photos. You can check out a lot of the photos at my website, www.urbex.org, and also you can check out my great new blog on thebeijinger.com. I'll put a link in the description below. What the fuck is wrong with this thing? I really don't know what's going on tonight. My phone doesn't seem to work. My stabilizer doesn't seem to work. I couldn't get a fire to start in the fireplace upstairs. It just feels like this whole expedition is being cursed right from the beginning. And what's more, I can just hear sounds all around me. It's driving me fucking crazy. Let's keep moving though, and see what we can find in the dark. It's about 10:30. I'm outside Dragon Peak Lodge. I was walking around and there's noises everywhere in this house. It's insane. I'm sure I heard something on the stairs. There's a sound of rustling everywhere around me. Everywhere, the whole forest is just full of life. Originally I was planning to squat here tonight, but I really don't think I can do it. I don't think I've got the nerve to stay in this crazy fucking place. Well, I'm really sorry. I don't think I can do this tonight. It's really cold. There's noises everywhere, and I can understand why this house has got the reputation it has. It's scary as shit in there. I'm going to get out and probably sleep in a foot massage shop tonight. Get my feet massaged as I fall asleep. That sounds pretty good. If you like this video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe for great new videos from Burbex, Brin's Urban Exploration every week. Let's go.